Well, Blair, you're a new CEO here at Stenhousemuir. How's the first couple of weeks of the job been?
It's been great. Obviously, results on the pitch have been good. Won the first 5 games in a row, which really helped. It just meant that the mood around the place was a lot better. So there was a lot of smiling faces, and that really helped me bed in and get to know the people around the club and get to start building relationships with all the staff and the manager and the players. So that was really good. The last few weeks haven't been great, but we're hoping we can turn that around today.
Of course, you took over the role from Jamie Swinney, who's left the role to go to the same role at Falkirk. You spoke to him about any advice here at the club?
Yeah, I've known Jamie for a while, so after I got the job, he was really gracious with his time. And we sat down a couple of times, and he really helped me out. He left a really detailed handover of information, which really helped me out as well, which was great. So really grateful to Jamie for the work that he did previously. He left the club in a good place, and certainly from my perspective as the chief exec, helped me when I came in to kind of carry on where he'd left off.
Of course, for anyone who hasn't heard of yourself before you took the role, can you give us a brief history of what you've done in the sport or anything else? Yeah,
sure. So played for Stirling Albion a lifetime ago, and had to retire through injury when I was 18, so that was almost 20 years ago. Since then have worked in sport, coached sports, coached football at community level, all the way up to working at the academy at Falkirk, worked in the performance school at Falkirk, was head of youth at Stirling Albion. But my day job, worked in sport in the local authority, and then I worked for Netball Scotland and Scottish fencing. So my football's my main sport, it's my passion, but it's been really interesting for me in my career to have worked in other sports and to see how they deal with similar problems. And I feel that the experience I've gained in Scottish fencing and in Netball Scotland will help me in my role here at Stenhousemuir.
How do you want the club to develop in your time here, and how do we achieve it?
I mean, on the pitch, I think what we need to use as a role model are teams like Arbroath, part-time teams that are punching well above their weight. I think any part-time club, that's got to be the standard that we set ourselves against. Off the pitch, in terms of the community work that we do already is really good, and that's the part of the job that I really want to grow even further and further. We could be world class off the pitch, we could be industry leading off the pitch, both in terms of what we do community wise and what we do to help engage people in our community that don't currently come here. So that is the part that I'm most passionate about, and I think that's a part of the job that I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into.
And finally, of course, the fans have been quite good voice here at games so far. And do you think getting a good relationship with them will help the club massively? Hugely.
You know, a community club like this, everyone knows each other, and I think that's important. You know, we have got volunteers that turn up on match days, and there's people at this club that have given more time, money and effort to help the club continue to run than people will ever know. So from an employee's perspective, it's really important that we recognise that we are working with the supporters and other volunteers as much as possible to build that relationship. We all want the same thing. We all want Stenhousemuir to flourish on the pitch, and we're all proud of the legacy that we've got in the community. So for me, it's really important that that not just myself but all the staff continue to build those positive relationships we've got with the supporters.
Cheers, Blair.
Thank you very much.